Rolling back. All right. Now we'll go forward the stage. You're ready to rock and roll.
So what's going on here at the No Name Nationals? I made 2 passes, but I didn't have anybody record it. You could probably see it on Mark's channel, Bigfoots and Mopars, because he was taking video of it. It wasn't all that impressive. Traction is a problem. I did hook up for one run, and I flubbed it because I didn't realize the car was going to hook up, but for some reason it just hooked up and it went, and I just wasn't ready for it. But on that pass, I ran a 881 at about 79.
Well, here they come, folks.
So there's probably a little bit more in it. Last passes have been in the 9s.
Speed shop machine.
First run was a 9.6 at like 80 miles an hour, so potential's there. It's just like traction is just the issue right now. I can't hook it up. So I played with the tire pressure. I had it down to 30, and that's when it hooked up. So then I came back and I dropped it a little bit more, and that seemed to hurt it. So I don't know. But it's really warm here, so the track's probably getting hot too, and the air's not that great. It's pretty humid. So, but I can't complain. It's doing all right. So it's gone A to B, which is a good thing. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll get any more passes in today. I made 3 so far. So I might make, if there's time, I might make a couple passes today more yet. I'll play with it. If not, I'll make a couple tomorrow and see what we get. See how good we can make it. So I might try a couple different things here. I might air up the airbag on the passenger side a little bit more. I got 5 pounds in it now, or 8 pounds. Usually like run 10. So I might up that a little bit, and then I might take the tires back up to 30 pounds and see what they do. And see if they hook a little bit better or not. So, I don't know. Without slicks on it, or at least a sticky tire, it's going to be hard to get it to hook up, but it's working good. It pulls real hard down the upper end, so well, I can't complain, it's working. It's working pretty good. I'm going to go walk around a little bit. I'm going to show you some cars and bring you back. Talk.
What am I supposed to say? Hi?
Yeah, say hello to everybody.
Say your catchphrase.
I don't have one.
Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Tell them who you are.
I'm Ryan Baroskas, and I'm going to beat Chris Testa tomorrow at the races.
He's talking nonsense.
I'm going to beat Chris Testa right now.
Wow.
We're at Lambert's, but I think he's ordering a knuckle sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow. So this is how it's all going to go, huh?
But gonna be here all day.
Yep. So here we are at Lambert's. We're all hanging out. Everybody showing up. Mark did an excellent job of taking more video of us coming here than anything. So you got all the play.
So you got to go to my channel instead of Chris.
Yeah, you got to go to Bigfoots and Mopars if you want to see our trip here. So because I just lack it taking film or doing anything, so we're all hanging out. I got sunburnt really bad coming down, so we're just all hanging out here. This is their little cruising for Lambert's. Everybody comes and hangs out, then we get something to eat and go in.
452 that puts the hoopty in the hoopty rack.
So this is Buck from Buck Does It. He's from Lebanon. He's not that far from me. He's 35 miles away.
Man, you're the best. What size engine is it?
455 Buick.
455 Buick.
Yeah, it was a V6 last year.
Wow.
Yeah, he swapped it. Yeah, he swapped it over. It's a pretty cool car. So we're just all checking everything out. I'll have to get some Casper over here. It's got the 429 head Boss 429 conversion. on it.
It's got launch at 4100, burnout at 6000.
Yeah, it's a killer engine in this thing. I gotta get me another, I'd love to get another bump side, so I can hold my mulch. I'm not even filming you, Ryan, so you don't have to stop.
I know.
He's paranoid.
I don't like being on camera.
Why?
I don't know. I think in the history of my channel, I've got like 300 videos that like I've been on film for like 5 years.
I think my Chevy sounds better than that.
Yeah. After you took the caps off it.
Oh, wow.
Well, it even sounds good before, but it sounds better.
Yeah, it sounds good now.
Who's running the drone?
I don't know. I thought Travis was at the track. It looked like he was messing around with it.
Was he?
Yeah. So, waiting on everybody to get here, just checking the cars out. So, we'll probably go in and eat soon, so that's probably what we're gonna be about it for now.
Alright, hey,
So what's happening, everybody?
Chris, put up the gift.
Got day 2 of the No Name
It's going to
National.
be a Chris Mills trivia question. What was the name of Chris Mills' 1968
I didn't get a lot of
Road Runner?
racing, or my racing.
Alright, first person up
You
here
can
with
check
the
out
correct
Mark's
name
channel,
of Chris
Bigfoot
Mills'
Some Mopars. He got a
1968
lot of
Road
that.
Runner that he had here
I ended up,
for the previous No Name Nationals races.
my best yesterday was an 871.
Come on up,
about
let me know.
83
What was the
miles an
name
hour.
of his beautiful black Road Runner?
It actually hooked up pretty good on that run. It worked pretty decent. So, I don't know.
We have a
I'm
winner.
gonna run some today,
It
but
was
not a lot.
Linda.
It's really,
Again,
it's
tell us
hot
change
out.
that if
It
you
was
need a
really
different
hot
size,
yesterday.
okay?
It was like
What's
90
your name?
degrees here. And I'm just kind
Jay
of
with Rapid Transit, or Rapid
I'll
Transit,
probably make a couple passes.
with a B, not a P. He gets
Probably.
the win
Marty wants to race me
of
in a
that
couple.
absolutely beautiful Busted Radio
Probably go
Garage
up against
hoodie.
Riley, probably. So,
Nice there, right, bro?
yeah. So, we'll see what happens. So, I'm just kind of sitting here hanging out, trying to wake up a little bit. I was tired. I was beat yesterday after all the heat. So, but we'll see what happens. See how everything rolls. So, I'll bring you back as I wander around here.
I found that I had 24 pounds of air in one tire up front and like 26 in the other.
Oh yeah.
Front tires are low.
Oh, that's nice. That might have made a difference.
I aired the car up and now it drives like I'm sober. Before it was fucking all over the place, Chris. I'm like, this car is fucking gonna get me a DUI and I'm not even drinking.
So what's happening, guys? This is after the No Name Nationals. I'm hanging with Marty because neither of us took any video, very little video, I must say, while we were there. So we're just kind of just going over shit and comparing time slips and stuff like that. So, and Marty's best time, what was that, a 9.1 you ran?
They're all in order. My best shit was in the beginning.
Yeah, your very first run was.
You gotta explain to your viewers why I kept getting worse and worse.
I don't know if this will zoom in or not. There we go, 9.1. Yeah, Marty was sick.
I was sick with the flu.
Yeah, he had the flu. He looked horrible. He looked bad and felt bad. It was hot there too, so it was like 90 degrees out.
And I had no hotel room to retreat to.
No, he had to sleep in a tent.
I had a poverty tent.
And yeah, it was brutal. Humidity was high. We get out of the car, it was like you went swimming. It was
yeah.
horrible.
Soaked.
It was nasty.
You get out of the car and you're like, oh my god, my back is like, oh.
Yeah.
It's like I jumped out of a swimming pool.
I know, my jeans were soaked when I got out. So it was pretty bad. My best run was a 871 at 82. But I was having some major traction issues. I couldn't get it to hook up at all.
Oh yeah, I watched like 2 of your races.
Yeah.
Back out of the gas, trying to get it to hook.
Trying to get it to hook. Until it finally hooked on something and it went. When I felt that it could hold it, then it finally took off. This one was, actually, this one was a 2060 foot, which is pretty good on street tires, but it still spun a little. But it could do a lot better.
I think the 60 foots are what was killing us.
Well,
Traction
yeah,
issues.
yeah, traction issues. Because even your 60 foots, they're not that great. Because on your best run, yours was a 2.3. So, you know, the 60 foot really makes a big difference in where it ends up at the big end of the track. So, and you weren't even doing a burnout.
No.
You didn't even do
No, I
burnout.
didn't even put my car in the burnout box.
No.
I just pull right up, wait for the lights to go, and drop the hammer.
Yeah. So I wonder how much of a difference it would have made if you did a little bit of a burnout. Who
These
knows?
tires don't get sticky unless you really smoke them.
Oh, yeah.
They don't emit smoke. Even if you do burnouts, these tires don't emit smoke at all until you get them hot. Then they smoke.
Yeah.
I don't think doing a quick burning would have changed anything other than clean the tire off.
That's all I was doing. Because usually with radials, if you get too much of a burnout with the radials, they get too hot, and then it just becomes an issue, and then you can't hook it up at all.
They had a coating on the track anyway, some thick tar stuff.
Yeah.
Because when I was burning tires down the track, it was just taking it and slacking it down like quarters. Thick, chunky stuff.
Yeah.
Just glued to the side of my car.
I saw it when we were out there taking the picture. The whole track was covered with it. I guess that's their prep.
I walked on the track with Mike before anybody raced.
Oh, was it sticky?
It felt like flypaper.
That's probably why after I initially got it burning and then let out of it, when it would finally hook, and I could probably nail it, because then it would actually hold. So maybe I wasn't getting the tires hot enough, I don't know.
Well, your tires were pluming smoke when you're doing burnouts.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Well, then they were getting hot enough. Because, like I said, with a street tire, it's touchy because you don't want to give it too much burnout.
It's such a fine line.
Yeah, so, because you make them too slippery, or if you don't do enough, then they just don't work. So, and street tires really aren't the whole deal, I mean, there's guys running fast times with hard tires.
We're down there hardcore, no prep.
Yeah, no prep, all right.
We're going to treat this like it's a street, man.
No, I'm pretty happy with what the car did. I know it can do better. It's just, what's that?
Off topic. We were towing this thing behind the truck, and you could see each time me and my dad threw cigarettes out the window. There's one. They're all over the windshield. You could see ski marks from cigarette butts hitting the car and shooting off.
Jesus Christ. Nice.
Pardon me, I'm still getting over being sick. Yeah, there's one. You can see it. There's an impact mark, and then it just fades out. And look at the windshield. They're all over the car.
I see it all over the windshield.
It happened on the way down there. Me and my dad cleaned the car off quick when we got there, but these are all from the way home.
Jeez.
Evidently, when you throw a cigarette out the window of the truck, it just comes back
It sucks it right back and up the freaking...
It blasts my car right in the face.
Are you happy with how this ran? I think it ran good. It sounded good.
I think the car did the best it could do with me not being capable of driving.
Yeah, with
the
you
car.
being sick and everything.
Dude, I had a flu fever. My head felt like it was swollen up like a balloon. I couldn't hear, couldn't think straight.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I had a hotel room, I would have just went back and slept. But I didn't. I had the homeless tent set up, and
Yeah, well, you had to sit and sweat your ass off in that, which sucks ass.
and I missed the first gear I've ever missed in my entire life. I was racing Chris. I missed third gear. I've never missed a gear in my life. I don't know how you miss gears until now. Now I understand.
Now you understand.
He was intimidated.
He thinks so. Chris was lucky. I was reeling him in. People at the starting line thought I won that race.
The big Chevy was scaring him. All polite looking. Looking like it's just a 350.
Not when you got the hubcaps off. The car actually looks like it means business. He's got it in sleeper grandpa glamour mode all the time. It actually looked good. Pull the trim rings off and the sombreros off. The car looks like it means business.
Yeah, now it's a Street Fighter.
Dude, it looks good.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a good time. I think we did alright.
I had a horrible time,
Yeah, Marty didn't have fun.
but it was nobody else's fault other than me being just miserably sick.
Sick. I was just tired of sweating. I only made 3 runs on Saturday and I had enough. I was just so hot and so tired because I made quite a few on Friday and I was just
I felt like Bruce Willis in the end of the Die Hard movie, was just crawling on the floor and he's still gonna win the movie anyway.
covered in glass,
Yeah.
cut up, full of lacerations. Jeez.
I gave it my all, even though I was incapable.
That was a good time. Me and Mark had a nice ride down, and I just cannonballed home on Sunday. I left at
What time did you get home?
12:30.
Got home the same time we did. We left a day earlier.
Yeah. I left at 9 o'clock our time and got home at 12:30 our time. And I actually stopped because I saw Long John Silver's.
You're one of those secret people in society that keep that business in order.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that goes there except for one guy.
Except for me. Well.
Look, there's an LJ.
Yep. Cruising along and I see the sign. I look at my clock. I look at my phone. Oh, it's 2 o'clock. There's an LJ. Hell yeah! It was a combination A and W.
Really?
LJs, yes.
Where the hell did you find that at?
It was somewhere in Kentucky, someplace. I'm not sure where. And then across the street was a Murphy's USA gas station at the Walmart. So it all worked out good. Topped off my tank, topped off my stomach, and away I went.
Oh, I'll explain to your viewers just in case they don't watch my channel. My fuel pump broke on the car halfway down the track one of my runs. I totally thought I smoked the motor because first gear was nothing but a smoke show going sideways, bouncing off the tack. Once I got into second gear, the car felt weak. And I'm like, oh, don't even tell me I sucked the pan dry and I just blew the motor. I was like, oh well, I trailered it here. I have another engine back at the house. We'll be good. And then I got into third gear and the tack was coming up, and then it started going back down, with my foot to the floor. And I'm like, oh no, I just blew this car up. And it turned out that the fuel pump just decided to go bad at 1,600 miles. Thank you, China.
Yeah, Chinesium.
But now I got a good old-fashioned, Delphi or Delco, whatever factory pump is on it. It seems to work good.
I just wonder if that's why you had a good time here or shit time here and then
No,
good time.
It was totally driver error, dude. I was getting worse and worse, and I could feel it.
No,
It's like I was forgetting how to drive the car.
because you're just getting sick and shitty and stopped caring.
It wasn't even stop caring. I just couldn't function.
Yeah.
Must be what people go through when they get Alzheimer's. Because it's frustrating.
Yeah.
You're incapable of doing the things you know how to do. It's just aggravating.
So, but it was a good time. We got to see James and James Show do a wheelie on putting his Nova damn near on his bumper.
I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, that brown one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Oh, Mark had a video of it.
Yeah?
Oh.
I'll tell you what I did see.
The bottom of the front fender was even with the freaking Jersey barrier.
I'll tell you what I did see. I saw a Dust Devil garage almost eat the wall.
Yeah, Mark had that on his video too, but he turned the camera off.
Oh!
Down at the end of the track when he...
What happened? He drove over his header wrap, I heard.
No, I guess he hit the brakes and the front tires locked up.
All I heard was... So I looked up and I'm like, oh shit, this guy's skiing right towards the wall.
The front tires locked up. It went one way and went the other.
Well, the rumor had it of what I had heard was his header wrap untwirled and it got locked around the tire.
No.
That's all I heard.
No. We walked down and talked to him after the run.
Isn't it funny how information like that just circulates so quick out of nowhere?
The header wrap was dangling the whole time down the track.
Okay, maybe that's right.
But when he hit the brakes, I guess he hit the brakes too hard and the front wheels locked up. And then he kind of went it all over the place because we walked down and talked to him. And he said he got a little excited with the brake pedal. So.
Note to self, don't hit the brakes when you're trying to win a drag race. It does the opposite to make the car go fast.
But, yeah. I missed the wheelie that Two Hacks Rail did. I heard it did 2 wheelies.
They don't have a tack in that car or nothing.
Which one's that?
You talking about the Nova?
Oh, the Nova. No, they don't have a tack.
No. How do you know when to shift?
I
Feels
guess
right.
when it feels right is what he said.
Shift midair, so it guides the nose back now.
That's a running son of a bitch. That thing works good.
That car takes skill to know how to drive it.
Yeah. That dude's quick on. Man, his reaction times are just damn. He's quick. That car's fast. They got a 300 shot going through it.
I know. So it's like 700 horsepower or some shit with a shot.
Yeah, no roll bar.
No.
I guess he said the tech guy was giving him a hairy eyeball at the end of the run because he told him to run 750 and it ran a 604. I was like, wow.
I'll tell you one thing.
That's crazy.
You probably, along with me, are one of the few people that shocked the tech guy.
Why is that?
Because he's looking under the hood and like, oh my god, a car that's not actually a total hodgepodge thrown together piece of shit. Like, it just looks like it's actually.
He didn't say much to me.
He gave me nothing but confidence. It was almost like a sigh of relief. I don't know whose car he teched before me that gave him anxiety. But then he walked up to my car and he's looking it over and you can see the color come back to his face. Like, oh, okay.
Well, I had the hood up because I was showing the engine to a guy and he came walking up and was looking at it. And he's sitting there and he's all checking it out. I said, I can pull it under the tent. So I pulled it under the tent. And he just looked it over and he asked me how fast I thought it went. I said, I don't know. I never had it down the track. I said, probably in the 8s. That's all about all he said. He goes, I'm going to have you take your trim rings and center caps off. And I said, yep.
I thought it was funny when they make Mike pull his front center caps off and trim rings on a Monte Carlo.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's the front wheels. There's no power being put to them. But Riley was trying to get the trim ring off Mike's car so bad it wouldn't come off that when it did come off, Riley flew back like 10 feet with the trim ring in his hand like, I got it.
He just told me I need to take them off. I guess he figured the car was so nice and clean that it was, you know.
I understand the back wheels. I just don't understand the front. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then he yelled at me about my rubber fuel line that I'm not changing.
Oh, up to the carburetor.
I'm like, it's a brand new fuel line. He's like, you know that fuel line's not going to affect me, but it's going to affect you. I'm like, no, it's not. It's brand fucking new.
Is it more than 12 inches?
It's got to be. Oh,
it runs from the pump the whole way down. Oh, yeah.
That's about a foot or less. No, it's like 10 inches. But he didn't like that. And I'm like, bro, look at the rest of it. It's all brand new. It's not unmaintained or neglected. It's, no.
He didn't say anything to me.
I mean, he yelled at Mike for the fuel line like that, too.
Yeah.
Well, it also doesn't help that I really wish we got this on camera. Mike went before I did. He's got the Monte Carlo with a hood longer than this. And the tech guy's down here looking at everything. And like the movie Christine, Mike's hood just drops. Fucking clocks the guy right in the head. And the guy just... And he was silent. I was like, oh no, he's got a concussion. And he shook it off. And he was like, yeah, you're good. Just go. I think he forgot to look at the rest of the car. Just get this thing out of here. I was like...
Gee. Yeah, he didn't really say much to me. He looked around and I think he was just more enamored by the fact that everything is just so. You know what I mean?
That hood got him good. Like,
did it really? Well, that's right. I forgot it. I thought it was
just
glass.
Up and then it just went.
That's right.
Wham.
You just put that scoop on. It's still metal. Yeah, that thing weighs a ton.
It almost got Mike in the head because it was up, and then Riley sat in the car to go start it. And as soon as Riley's fat ass sat down, the car shifted, the hood dropped again.
Jesus.
Caught the hood.
Wow. God. How much battery do I have left? This thing, I tried charging it before I left, but the battery in this thing's horrible. And I got 1 bar left. So, I'm just going to do an outro.
Close it out.
Yep. So, that's going to be it. My battery's going dead on my camera. So that pretty much sums up the No Name Nationals for us. I apologize for not taking any video, but there's plenty of video out there if people want to see it. I mean, everybody posted all their crap as soon as they got home. I'm just slow and lazy. So, alright. Till next time.
And the Buick Skylark. These are basically the same car Buick